Did you know that getting involved in theater can make you smarter? Increase your health benefits. Theater is crucial to having a good and healthy life. It has health benefits for everyone, the cast, the crew, and even the audience. People who attend performing arts events are healthier, have lower anxiety, and are less likely to suffer from depression. Theater should be in the spotlight for mental health, but it's in the shadows. So get involved in theater and shine in the spotlight. Let's talk about the health benefits for enacting. The health benefits for an actor in theater are numerous. Acting is not only an art form, but it's a contributor to mental and physical well-being. Studies have shown that participating in acting and theatrical performances can enhance emotional regulation and empathy. Moreover, acting can positively impact mental health by reducing stress, anxiety, and depression. A study was done by the ATYP to see if their theater program had impacted their self-confidence. They found that more than 1,200 people who participated in the survey, 89% reported that they had a program that had a positive impact on their self-confidence, and 94% said they had a positive impact on the overall sense of well-being. 52% of the people, slightly more than half of all the respondents, said that ATYP had a positive or very positive impact on their anxiety levels. Additionally, acting involves physical movement and vocal exercises, which can improve cardiovascular health and respiratory function. Acting also improves flexibility and endurance, as acting can be demanding. Clive Swift said, "Acting is a sport. On stage, you must be moved like a tennis player on his toes. Your concentration must be keen. Your reflexes sharp. Your body and mind are in top gear. The chase is on. Acting is energy. In theater, people pay to see energy." These health benefits of acting promote both mental and physical well-being. Let's talk about being in the crew. Participating in the crew of a theater production not only contributes to the successful staging of a show, but offers potential health benefits to the individuals involved. Working behind the scenes as a theater crew has been associated with several positive mental and physical well-beings. Research has shown that being a part of a collaborative team effort in the theater can lead to an increased social connectedness and a sense of belonging, fostering a positive work environment. Moreover, crew members often engage in physically demanding tasks, such as moving set pieces and operating equipment, which can promote physical fitness and well-being. Additionally, the exposure to creative processes can enhance cognitive skills and problem-solving abilities. Overall, being in the crew of a theater production not only offers the satisfaction of contributing to the success of the show, but can also add to potential health-related advantages. So what about watching a play? Attending a live theatrical performance and watching a play can offer numerous health benefits, contributing to both mental and emotional well-being. Researchers indicated that engaging with the arts, including theater, can lead to a reduction in stress levels and an increase in positive emotions. The research published in Education Next examines the impact of students on attending high-quality theater productions. The researchers found that viewing the productions led to enhanced knowledge of the plot, increased their vocabulary, had greater tolerance, and the improved ability to read each other's emotions. Quote, "What we determined from this research is that seeing live theater produced positive effects that reading a play or watching a movie of the play does not produce," said Jay Green. Quote, "Plays are meant to be seen performed live," end quote. Watching a play can also invoke empathy and emotional connectedness with the characters of the story, leading to an enhanced social bonding and a sense of community. Moreover, the experience of the release of endorphins and dopamine can promote feelings of happiness and pleasure. minutes of exercise. Additionally, the cognitive engagement required in following the plot and interpreting the narrative can improve cognitive flexibility and mental agility. Attending a play offers a valuable opportunity for relaxation, emotional enrichment, and cognitive stimulation, contributing to a holistic approach to health and well-being. As you guys can see here, this is the wealth and well-being of the social connectives of theater attendees. People who saw theater said their health was very excellent and their mental health was even higher after attending live theater. And this is a survey done from the Gains of Live Theater of students. And 63% reported that they had greater knowledge, they had higher tolerance, and they had greater reading each other's emotions. While the theater can be a powerful and enriching experience, it's not without its drawbacks. One of the main disadvantages of the theater is the accessibility to a broader audience. Live theater performances require physical attendance at specific venues, so it may impact people with mobility issues. Additionally, ticket prices for theater productions can be relatively high, making this form of art cost prohibitive to some people. Moreover, live theater is time-bound, unlike movies or television, which makes people with busy schedules really hard to attend this form of art. Another disadvantage is the emotional toll that comes with the repeated rejections of auditions. Theater auditions can be highly competitive, and actors may face repeated rejections before landing a role. This constant evaluation and scrutiny can lead to feelings of self-doubt and inadequacy, impacting an individual's self-esteem and mental well-being. A 2015 survey of 782 actors conducted by the University of Sydney found that the respondents experienced higher rates of mental illness than the general population, particularly in anxiety and depression, often relying on alcohol and drugs to cope with the pressure and burden of their roles. Furthermore, the demands of theater can take a toll on an individual's health. Their long hours of rehearsal, the need to maintain vocal and physical stamina, with the potential for injuries, can contribute to the fatigue and stress-related issues. While theater can offer many rewards, including artistic expression and community connections, its disadvantages, such as time commitments, financial instability, emotional challenges, physical demands, and limited accessibility, need to be acknowledged and addressed for individuals involved in the field. As you can see here, 74% of actors reported having alcohol addiction with the pressure of their roles, and 55% reported having used drugs. And here, survey was, do you prefer watching movies in a theater or at home? More than all of them said that they would rather watch theater at home instead of going to an actual theater because the ticket prices are so high. Overall, while theater can be great for both mental and physical health, it's not without its flaws. To end, I'd like to quote the great George Costanza. That's it. I'm out. Thank you.
Good job, man.
Good job. That was good.
Good job.
Yeah, good presentation.
That was a
That
really
was
good
fire.
presentation.
Yeah.
Slay.
Everything flowed really well. The slides and what you're talking about help a lot actually to understand your topic, and yeah, good statistics and everything. You did pretty good.
I think my favorite part was like there was like a moment I noticed you kind of got caught on a word or something, but you just kept like going and like pushing through it. Like you didn't stop to like be like, oh, I messed up or I'm sorry. Like I think you did a really good job with that.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
like the photos that you used too, where it could all flow, and all the graphs that you used to back up like what you were talking about. It's good.
Yeah, it was very analytical. Like, it had a lot of medical stuff, which I thought was cool because I know it was like related to theater. So good
Mhm.
job.
Thank you.
That was sick.
Good job. Okay, who's next?
They can go. I'm going to start. Hi guys, my name is Brandon. I'm here to talk to you today about the legalization of anabolic steroids and other performance-enhancing drugs in sports. From ancient Athens to the modern day, many athletes have sworn to accomplish something, no matter the cost. What I'm about to propose may sound controversial, but it's just taking this train of thought to its logical conclusion. Performance-enhancing drugs should be allowed in all professional sports. Who here grew up reading or hearing about the accomplishments of athletes? A-Rod, Lance Armstrong, Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, even the former governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all incredibly accomplished in their fields and heroes to many. They've also all used PEDs. In my speech today, I plan to explain why I believe the use of PEDs should not be banned in professional sports, but instead embraced, by examining some of the reasons behind their prohibition and why I believe those reasons to be incorrect. There we go. That was a picture I was supposed to show. That's A-Rod, Barry Bonds, and that is Lance Armstrong, some of the people I just mentioned. So in this picture here, I've got some various performance-enhancing drugs. They're kind of just lined up here. I wanted to define a couple terms. PEDs, performance-enhancing drugs, usually refer to anabolic steroids, such as androstenedione, stanozolol, and Axiron. They help build muscle, decrease recovery time, and bolster athletic performance. We can all address the elephant in the room, though. Yes, steroids and other drugs used to enhance athletes' performance on the field can have side effects that can have a negative impact on their health and quality of life. According to an article published by the New York State Department of Health, these effects can range from reduced liver, endocrine, and reproductive function, tumors of the liver and kidneys, heart conditions, and psychiatric symptoms. Additionally, the article goes on to mention the increased probability of side effects when 1, steroids are not used in the recommended dose, 2, steroids are used in conjunction with other performance-enhancing substances, and 3, counterfeit or tainted steroids are used. Going by just this information, it's obvious that nobody would ever want to use substances like this, right? Wrong. In a poll published by Sports Illustrated on Olympic athletes, 98% of them said that they would use steroids if taking them ensured they would win. In another anonymous study published by the journal Sports Medicine, up to 57.1% of athletes in the Winter Olympics of 2014 admitted to using banned PEDs. Even with the bans in place, as many as 39% of athletes across all sports use banned PEDs. Oops. In many cases, it's impossible to fully guard against doping, as some experts claim that the drugs used are ahead of tests by 5 to 10 years. At the end of the day, coaches and players are not rewarded for finishing in second place. Second place, in many eyes, is just the best loser. In other words, if there's a way to get an advantage, athletes will pursue that advantage in their quest to be the best. By removing the bans on use in place, we can supervise the use of PEDs with medical professionals and make the process much safer. Athletes like Arnold were able to use steroids for many years with minimal side effects because they had the help of doctors supervising their usage. More regulation could be placed into effect, which help prevent counterfeit or tainted steroids from being used. Finally, legalization would allow for more focus to be given to developing safer alternatives that could help mitigate health risks. This is like a little time lapse of Arnold. You can tell he's still in pretty good health at age 61. Here's him in his prime. While many consider the health concerns caused by steroids or PEDs to be a serious issue, many more complain that the widespread prevalence of PEDs would ruin the integrity of the sport. I do agree to an extent. Undisclosed use of PEDs is cheating, as it provides an advantage that athletes can't match without also cheating. By lifting the ban on PEDs, however, athletes that do not currently use PEDs would be afforded an opportunity to match their opponents who do, which would, if you'll excuse the pun, level the playing field. Another common complaint regarding integrity is that the use of PEDs eliminates the need for skill. This is actually untrue. Here's a line from the same study published by the New York State Department of Health. Anabolic steroids help build muscle tissue and increase body mass by acting like the body's natural hormone, testosterone. However, Steroids cannot improve an athlete's agility or skill. Many factors determine athletic ability, including genetics, body size, age, sex, diet, and how hard the athlete trains. The use of steroids would not eliminate any of those requirements. By acknowledging and disclosing, rather than hide their use of PEDs, athletes would be able to regain the trust of the public. We already know this works because there are sports like powerlifting that have specific divisions for athletes to compete in that use PEDs, and they have the attendance is just the same as the leagues that don't use it. I just described some of the concerns people voice when they talk about the use of PEDs. Now I'd like to discuss something that people don't mention as much. At the end of the day, performance-enhancing drugs make for better entertainment. When people watch sports, they want to see athletes push themselves to achieve superhuman feats. In the 1990s, America's pastime baseball was facing a crisis. Viewership and attendance numbers had already been dropping due to the growing popularity of other sports, and a strike in 1994 led to the shortening and cancellation of 2 full seasons worth of play. By 1995, viewership had plummeted by 12%. In 1996, however, things changed. While in 1993, before the strike, only 5 players recorded over 40 home runs, in 1996, with the onset of steroids becoming more prevalent in the league, that number exploded to 17, and viewership started to rise again. This culminated in the famous 1998 home run race between Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire, both of whom were using steroids, which captured the nation's attention. Both players broke the previous record for home runs that year. In 2001, Barry Bonds followed this up to shatter the home run record with 73 home runs in one season, a record that stands to this day. From 1995 to 2001, the year Bonds eclipsed McGwire's home run mark, attendance at games was up 44%. The average ticket price for a baseball game went from $10.65 to $18.99, a 78% increase. Revenue increased by 115%. League revenue grew from $1.4 billion in 1995 to $3.7 billion by 2001. America had fallen back in love with baseball, thanks to steroids. Since the stricter enforcement of PED screening in the MLB started in 2005, however, numbers have started to slip, both players and viewership. And here's a little chart of revenue that I made just so it's a little easier to see. Both players and viewership numbers have started to slip. The average home run hit by a team has dropped by 50, and viewership numbers have seen a steady slip. In 2022, the last game of the World Series was watched by about 13 million people, a sharp drop off from the nearly 40 million who watched in 2001, or the nearly 31 million who watched in 2002. Taking this into account, it's clear that whatever they may say, the American public has made up its mind. At the end of the day, performance-enhancing drugs make for both better competition and better entertainment. For every athlete that is condemned for using performance-enhancing drug, countless others continue their use in secret. As I described earlier, this is widespread amongst the athletic world. Instead of condemning athletes in a futile cycle of them using performance-enhancing drugs and us banning them, and then them using it again, we should instead embrace these changes. I propose that we legalize and regulate these drugs, thus creating a fairer and safer culture in professional athletics. This approach would not only cut down on abuse and encourage the development of safer alternatives, but would also greatly increase fans' trust and promote a more honest discourse between the sports community and the public, along with driving up viewership and attendance numbers. I hope that you will join me in advocating for a sports culture that is honest and open about its behaviors, rather than trying to shamefully hide them, by signing a petition calling for the unbanning of PEDs in the professional athletic world. Thank you for your time.
Good job. Right, there's only like 4 minutes.
Yeah, let's do the
Really quick feedback.
feedback and next on
That was good.
I like how detailed you were in your presentation.
Mhm.
I think
I
I
like-
spoke a little too fast for part of it because it was supposed to last for like 9 minutes, and I don't think that was.
No, you're good.
I think
it
was
like,
good.
oh, looking at the time, I was like, oh my god, the time.
Yeah,
No,
the timer kind of freaked me out.
I like the Arnold picks.
Mhm.
ain't gonna
I
lie.
thought you guys would. I thought you guys would. That's why I put two in there.
That
Oh my god.
was a good example of it. A really
Yeah.
good
I,
example.
I like the presentation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
With good facts and everything.
Yeah.
Yes. Any other feedback, guys? No.
No?
All right. Let's end this meeting and hop on another one. I'll go first.